What's up guys? In today's unofficial tutorial I'm going to teach you how to balance the float post with my couple modifications. I got 4-way adjustment on top and I will have 4-way adjustment on the bottom. If some of you guys follow my little videos, you'll understand what I'm talking about and how to build them. So let's start with the really important part, that is the fact, do not ever expand your post when it's loaded. Always remember, reason to it, if you expand your post, it has a wobble in it. Okay, if you expand it like this and you lock it in this position, you're gonna have some gnarly cracking sounds once you go in from vertical to horizontal, and most likely it will be actually unlocked and wobble, create a whole bunch of vibration, and the list goes on. So expand it in vertical, not all the way. So once you extend it all the way, lift it up about ½ an inch, then lock it and lock it tight. Okay, same thing you can do with this one if you need to. Probably never going to use it that much, but if you need to. Next thing, check your alignment. Always make sure this knob right here is aligned with your wire. That way you know for a fact there's no turning misalignment, which happens quite a bit because these posts are not designed to be perfectly locked. Okay, looks good to me right now. Next thing, we're gonna add it to our docking station, which you can find on Amazon. If anybody interested, just ask me, I'll send you the link. Okay, next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna attach 4-way adjusting battery pendulum. That's my DIY. You guys can see, works great. What we got going on here, as one line of adjustment, you have this Nate rail, they're gonna go in your post, and you have this precision for macro photography adjustment to go up and down, which is the most important one. So here we are, let's attach that. Okay, let's see which way we gotta face our wires, but right there. I usually center everything the best I can. That's my starting point of any balancing. Always center everything visually. Let's lock this. Always give it a little wobble, because you think it's tight, you wobble it, and it actually gives you another ½ a turn. Okay, so that looks good. Let's plug our wire. Also, I bought this extension wire. I felt like the stock cable was a little too short, and I like that spring. You can stretch it on your other products or whatever, you can reuse it on other stuff. Now let's attach our gimbal, and remember, pre-balance the gimbal. So right now I balance my gimbal with my zoom lens somewhere in the middle, and you gotta make sure that you have it balanced to where you're gonna balance it with the float, so it doesn't create any extra tipping points. Well, we'll check this right now. So let's add this bad boy on. Lock it. Make sure the dovetails, or whatever you call them, got pretty locked in. And by the way, that's not my official tutorial. I want to make a better one and post it on YouTube. This is just for you guys, for this group, so you guys can learn how to balance your floats with a pendulum. This will also work for the stock Tilta pendulum. It's probably going to be a little more sensitive than this one, but you'll see what I mean. Okay, so let's center this the best we can. Lock it, double check everything's locked. Plug this bad boy in. Okay, unlock your gimbal. Turn it on. Right now my lens is not properly adjusted, so we'll correct this by looking at the little balance screen right now. It's telling me it's a little over zoomed out, so let's put it in a nice green zone. Perfect. So now we got our everything got mounted. Let's do the balancing part. And the way I do balancing, once you expand the post, I use this part right here to macro adjust everything. And reason to that, it's a lot easier just to unlock this tiny little knob, and you're not going to lose any side-to-side calibrations. It's really nice and easy. So make sure everything nice and locked. And let's do a little drop test. See where we at. So it's low front heavy. So let's unlock this right here and bring it back. So it's nice and flat, but now I can see my screen is tilted to the left a little bit. We'll correct it in a minute. Let's go back to the vertical mode and let's see which way it's falling. So it goes hard right, but it's staying in the middle because that's my third attempt to make this tutorial, and I forgot to readjust this slider. So let's readjust this slider to some random position. Let's see, and we're gonna lock your hand right here so it can't travel forward and back, side to side. So it goes hard to the left. That tells me I gotta adjust my camera on my gimbal a little bit. Let's see which way it goes now. Yeah, about the same. Changed my mind. I'm gonna adjust my pendulum back to where it was. Basically, normally that's what I would do, adjust my pendulum and make sure it stays centered right in vertical / 30 cam position. So let's see which way we're going now. Now it's just tipping to the left. So we gotta slide our pendulum a little bit. Still going a little bit. Let's slide our gimbal. I don't know why I keep calling it camera. When you're trying to think and talk, it's actually a lot harder than you think. Let's see, let it go wild. See if it comes back to the center. Not yet. It tells me I gotta shift the top a little more. Yeah, you can shift it, everything on the bottom, but I like 4-way adjustment. It gives me that nice, precise, more centered adjustment. Okay, see, I overdid it here, but I'd rather move this pendulum a little bit. Okay. And that's something hard to explain. You just gotta mess with it. Once you mess with it, you get the feel for it and understand how to balance it. But the trick is to balance it in vertical position, not the horizontal. And here we are. It sits straight and pretty-ish. Maybe a little more. A little more. Tiny bitty, like small adjustments. Go. That's money. Okay, now let's do a little drop test and see how our screen looking. Screen looking nice and straight, beautiful. Boom. Do a little spinny test. Not bad, not bad. Make sure everything aligned. And from here, this will actually do it for me. I might mess with a little more, but you got plenty of room for error with this pendulum, trust me. So here we are, basically balanced. Everything looks good. Do a couple more test drops. Okay. Well, it's basically ready to run, guys. And realistically, once you learn how to properly balance, it shouldn't take you longer than 2 minutes to rebalance the entire system, but that's not including the gimbal. So hypothetically, you added another lens, you would balance your gimbal. You may or may not have to rebalance a little bit here and there, but never test that theory. Maybe in the next video. Beautiful. Remember, guys, alignment is everything. Hope it helps. See you guys in the next video.